Alright, hello, my name is Daniel. I am a final year medical student and I am currently a USMLE Step 3 aspirant. I took my USMLE Step 1 in the first year and the USMLE Step 2 in the fourth year of medical school, and here I am guiding you about the USMLEs. This is a brief introduction of mine, and as far as the TFOP is concerned, so in this channel we guide the student about the USMLEs. We also teach the people, and and we also provide the paid mentorship and tutorship. So regarding any detail, you can contact us on our Instagram page. So this video is about the Uworld, and before that video I already explained that what was my strategy for the step 1 that worked for me, and I've gathered not only my strategy but a strategy of my very close friend Ritik, who is the co-founder of this organization, and I've also gathered around the experiences from many different people, and because those are real life experiences. I've seen those people preparing for their exams, and now I gather along all that information, and now I'm going to present that information to you. So this video is basically regarding the Uworld, and this is a follow-up video from the previous video in which I discuss about my step 1. So so first of all, yeah, I was yeah. So first of all, many questions. There were many questions, many queries regarding the Uworld. I'll solve all the queries one by one. So first of all, people ask me that when they should buy the Uworld, and secondly, the second question I usually face that whether we should buy IMD or the Uworld. So I'll solve all the queries. So first of all, when you should buy the Uworld, that totally depends on which school of medical area you are. If you are someone who belongs to a medical school whose curriculum teach you the pathology and pharmacology in the first year and second year of medical school, then I would suggest you that no matter in which year you are, whether you are in third year or fourth year or final year, you should start your USMLE Step 1 preparation from the amboss. Do it for 1 to 1.5 months, and then buy the Uworld, and then solve the Uworld. Later on, I'll tell you how to solve it. So this is about those students whose university curriculum teaches them the pathology and pharmacology in the first and second year of your medical school. Now, for those people whose medical university or medical college is not teaching them the pathology and pharmacology in the first year and second year, then I would suggest them to study the to study the sorry, then I would suggest them to if you are someone from third year or final year from that university, then I would suggest you to study the modules initially for at least 3 months and then buy the Uworld. But if you are from the fourth year, then there is a leverage, because if you are confident in it of yourself, then you should buy the Uworld and then take the exam. And but if you're not confident enough for yourself, you think that okay, you missed some detail, you're not remembering the enough stuff, you don't retain the enough stuff, then I would suggest you okay, revise the systems first. Just like a third year student, take a 3 months gap and revise the stuff and then buy the Uworld. So this is about the queries and when to buy the Uworld. Okay, another query that okay, another class of people. Okay, if you are someone who is senior from fourth year, like of course if you are someone from final year and so on, then again I would suggest you don't waste your time in studying all those system and revising all those system again and again. I would suggest you okay, start your preparation just by starting the Uworld. You don't even have to start the preparation from the amboss, because by that time you are trained enough, you have enough knowledge in front of you, you have seen the patient in the wards, you have studied a lot of things, and you remember enough stuff, right? So then you should start your preparation directly from the Uworld. You should start your preparation right from the Uworld. Okay, so this is about the basics. This is about the people who should buy the Uworld and when should they buy the Uworld. So this is about okay. Now the next question, many people ask me that whether we should buy the IMD or whether you should buy the Uworld. Then I would suggest you, all right. I'm someone who bought the Uworld, but because I was I overthink a lot, and of course I have not experienced many things, but I would suggest you to buy the IMD instead of Uworld, because IMD has a lot of things in it. IMD can also give you the direct questions from the amboss as well. So IMD is just like a package that contains a lot of stuff for you, and it is way more economical than the Uworld, right? There's a big difference in the actual amount, in the amount, of course. So then I would suggest you to buy the IMD. And okay, all right. So another question people ask me about whether the IMD consists of the same question from the Uworld, the exact question from the Uworld. So I would say yes, it does. It does contain the exact question from the Uworld, and that's it. So there is it is not missing any information. The only difference in sorry, the only difference is between the IMD and Uworld is about their interface. The interface of the Uworld is different from the interface of the IMD, right? So that's the only difference, and I don't think so that you should buy the Uworld just because of the interface. All right. That's what my suggestion is. Then it totally depends on what you want to do. All right. Now this is about the Uworld and IMD difference. And now the second question I usually encounter, and I mostly encounter, is how to solve the Uworld, in which mode we should do, whether we should do it separately, system wise or not. There is a list of questions, and I will try to solve as many questions as I can. So the first thing first, that whether we should solve the Uworld in the time mode or in the teacher mode. Sorry, yeah, in the teacher mode or in the test mode. So my answer would be that solve the Uworld in the test mode for the step 1, but for the step 2 CK you should solve in the teacher mode, and the first part should be solved in the teacher mode. But right now, of course, this video is for exclusively for the step 1 student, not for the CK students. So I would confine my discussion to the step 1. So if you're someone from preparing for step 1, then you should do this Uworld in teacher mode. Sorry, in the test mode. In the test mode, the reason was that because you are experiencing such thing for the first time in your life, and you should be prepared about the time management beforehand, right? So you should do the Uworld in the test mode rather than doing in the tutor mode, right? Another question many people ask, that even in the test mode we should do it timed or untimed. I would suggest you do it untimed for the first few weeks, and then pace yourself to the timed mode. Do it untimed in the first few weeks, in 1 or 2 weeks, and then switch yourself to the time mode. Because again, the main focus area for me, if I mentor or if I guide any student for step 1, and especially while doing the Uworld, I would say that the only thing that I'm concerned about is the time management. If you are managing the time correctly in the test, in your practice test, then of course you're going to manage the time in a way better way in the actual exam, right? All right. So this is about the modes of the Uworld. Now the second thing is whether we should do it randomly or we should do it system wise. Randomly means you got any system, you got question from any system in front of you, any system, any subject. You can get a system from gastropathology, and the next question would be from the endocrine pathology, and another question would be on the neurology pathology, and the second one question might be on the gastroenterology physiology, right? So random mode is like you got a lot, any system, any subjects in a random manner. There is no proper manner, right? And the system mode is like you select a system. You select, okay, I will do gastro today, and okay, you got a gastro. I will do pulmon today, you got the pulmon questions. I will do CVS today, you got the CVS question. So system wise is like you do it in a system wide manner, and the random mode is like you do it randomly. I would suggest you to do a random mode because the actual exam would also be the random one. All right. So let me give you an example of why I suggest the random mode, because when you are doing the system mode, you are biased. The people who do the system wise Uworld, they are biased. Why? First, suppose you got a question, and right now you are someone who do the Uworld in the yes, please, in the system-wise manner, and this is in the system-wise. So let's suppose you got a question and you are solving the question from the pulmonology, right? From the pulmo, and then you got a question of the pulmonary edema in front of you. Now, if you got a question of the pulmonary edema in front of you, then you will think only the pulmonology causes of pulmonary edema, rather than thinking about the cardiac causes of pulmonary edema. You will only think about the pulmonary cause of pulmonary edema, right? So this is how even this is how your judgment would be masked, because in the actual exam it won't be mentioned that the question you are actually solving is from pulmonology or from the cardiology. So this actually biases your way of thinking, and you don't even realize that you are biased while solving the questions, and then it hurts you and it affects you lately when you do the NBMEs, right? So again, that's why I would suggest you to do it in the random mode. All right. So now the what we have discussed till now, who should buy the Uworld? We have discussed that whether you should do in which mode you should do it, and whether you should do in the systematic manner or in the random manner. So who should buy the Uworld is already covered, and you should do it in the test mode and in the timed mode, and you should do it in the random manner. All right. Now, how to solve the U-word? So first of all, when you are, let's suppose you wake up at 6 a.m. and you took, I would always suggest you to solve the test at 6 a.m. The reason why I'm saying that, because you are a university student, you might be a university student, or you might be someone who's doing residency, right? So 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. is a perfect time to do a test for you, because if you are done by your test by till 7 a.m., then you can review it all day, right? I don't literally want you to solve those tests in the hectic schedule, or in the of course your schedule is hectic, would be hectic, but I don't want you to solve those questions in the hectic environment, like solving them in a hospital or solving them in your medical college. I don't literally want you to do this. So solve those questions in the early morning in your home, and then review the whole cube or whole 40 questions within the university premises, or whether if you are at home, to solve those questions after coming home, right? So this is about the people. This is about the schedule of the UWorld. So you have to do test in the morning, and then you have to review it. Now the second question is how to review the UWorld. So first of all, that's a very important question, and this is the most important part of the preparation: how to review the UWorld. So first of all, let's suppose I got a question, and I will give you a lot of examples in this and this is what I only I can just give you examples, so don't be fed up. So first of all, we got a case from the neurology pathology, all right? And the question asks you, a 45-year-old male patient is admitted to the emergency department, and the patient comes with the left upper and the left lower limb extremity paralysis. On examination, the paralysis is the spastic paralysis. The patient's blood pressure is 160 by 180 by 110, and the patient respiratory rate is this, and the patient oxygen saturation is this, and again the question will give you a set of vitals, and and the patient developed those symptoms around 2 hours ago. Patient was already seen for this and this disease, and now what should be the best next step in management? Now, okay, so this is a question from the neurology pathology, and this question highlights the ischemic stroke. I don't know whether it's ischemic or not, but this question, because I haven't read the enough detail. I haven't read the clinical workup of this patient, so I cannot tell whether this patient is ischemic or hemorrhagic. That's a different discussion. All right. So let's suppose this case is. Let's suppose the question further states that on the CAT scan you don't see any hyperlucent area, and that's it. So this is how question ends. So the CAT scan is negative, and then you are thinking about this ischemic stroke. All right. Anyways. So now this completes the clinical picture. So now you get what you get. What's the idea from this question you get? Okay. So in a 1 minute, if you read this question, you will get an idea. Okay, this is an ischemic stroke. How you confirmed it? Because most likely this is ischemic stroke, because on the CAT scan there is no hyperlucent area. There's not a hemorrhagic stroke. All right. because many people think if the blood pressure is raised, it might be ischemic stroke. Sorry, it might be hemorrhagic stroke, but it's not the case, because in the ischemic stroke there might be some consensual reflexes that leads to some compensatory reflexes that leads to increased blood pressure. Anyways, that's a different discussion. This is not something I should discuss right now. So, for suppose now you get an idea of this question. You get an idea it's an ischemic stroke. That's it. And now, what should be the best next step in management since the patient is coming to you within the window of the TPA? So now you will administer the TPA. Now what you will do, you just write what you have read in the explanation of this question, right? Of course, within the Uworld there would be a lot of information. There would be a page of the explanation for this question. Then you will read out that explanation within 6 to 7 minutes, and then after reading that explanation you will just get a summary in front of you, right? You will make a summary for yourself rather than writing down the educational objective. You will make a summary for yourself, right? And by yourself, right? You will just summarize this whole paragraph, this whole explanation into 2 to 3 lines, and you will write that detail right in front of your first aid, right in the first aid, in front of the same topic. Let's suppose if you fold the pages of the first aid and then you see where ischemic stroke is written, so you will write this detail, you will write this 1 to 2 liner summary in the ischemic stroke topic, and then you will give a read to this topic from the first aid at the same time within 2 to 3 minutes, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less than that. Now, first suppose you did the same question on Sunday, and on the Monday you do another question, you do another block, and in that question you receive another question, you encounter another question from the neurology, pathology, and ischemic stroke. Then it is then the Uworld is testing the same topic from different aspect, right? Now you will write the information from that topic. What you have, for suppose the Uworld is asking you about the whether we should lower down the blood pressure or not. So Uworld is testing you about the blood pressure management for this patient. So then, of course, there will be a reason in front of you, in front of those options. Anyways, that's a different discussion. So now, what you will do, this question is testing you from different angle. You will read out the whole page of explanation. You will make a summary. You will write down there, and then you will read the ischemic stroke topic again. Now, this is how Uworld will make you revise the content of first aid back to back, around 40 times from different aspects at different times, and that's it. So this is how you should solve the Uworld. You should read the explanation, make a summary of it of 2 to 3 lines, read the scenario, read the same topic from the first aid, and then write the stuff at the front of that topic. This is how you should solve the Uworld. This is how you should review the Uworld, right? If you do the same thing, if you do the Uworld in this manner, then by the end of your prep, you will be master of the first aid, which is like the Godspell of the USMLE Step 1, right? So many questions, of course, I'm not saying that you should memorize the lines of the first aid, but you should understand what first aid is teaching you, because first aid is a very deep book, right? It is like a poetry that summarizes a lot of discussion in 1 to 2 lines, in 1 to 3 paragraphs. So this is how you will understand the first aid as well. You'll memorize the details, and then you will apply those details as well. For suppose there is something written in this topic, in the next question you will okay, I read this thing as first aid, and then this topic, this knowledge implies to this question, and then you will solve this question accordingly to the information written on your first aid. So this is how you should solve the Uworld. This is how the people who ace step 1 in very less time, this is how they solve the Uworld, because now you are using Uworld not only as the testing material but also as the teacher material, right? And let me tell you, Uworld is a teaching Q bank. Uworld is not a testing Q bank, but I won't say that you should not you should be very lenient while solving Uworld. No, you should not be. You should understand. You should take your score seriously, especially after 60% of the Uworld. And then, this is what I would suggest you. This is what I can suggest you about the Uworld. And that's it about the Uworld. That completes our discussion. So, on to the next, we will discuss a lot of things lately. I just need your suggestion. Comment down if you have any queries. Reach our personal accounts, reach our Instagram account. If you want to be a part of our mentorship, you can DM us. We will send the details of that, and that's it. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated and eat, drink, and study. And that's it. Thank you so much.